when Adil started showing her what his people could do, and then she was just like, oh, look how awesome this would be for the military. And I was like,
Yeah.
I was screaming at my TV, like, no, bad answer, wrong answer.
Yes.
That's date ending material right there.
Goodbye. Yeah, I have to agree with that one. That was just like, oh, Abigail, like, it was a cute moment, like, you know, they were in the bubble together. It was like ignoring everything around, and then she said it, and I'm like, girl, you just ruined that. Why? But yeah, I think I have to agree with that one.
Yeah, I was like, Abigail, girl, you don't deserve him. Like, come on, like, read the room. Like, read the room. Read the bubble. Read the bubble.
Read the bubble.
This bubble does not want this. He just told you this whole thing about his people. Like, why would you say that? You know?
Literally.
So, yeah, I was just like, read the bubble. Don't, please. Like, I was like, I don't know. I think this is a great pairing because, you know, if I were Adil, I would not trust this girl personally, but, you know.
Yeah, he was like, okay, yeah,
he's
bye.
kind of young and dumb. What do you see for this couple in season 2? Do you see them going on? Do you feel like it's gonna like run its course?
I feel like it could go either way. Like, it could run its course, but they might, you know, flourish. Like, it depends. I guess I really don't know. It's a crossroads. It could go either way. It's not for me. I'm like, it's not there to like, if it doesn't develop, I wouldn't really care. But oh, okay, it's not a big loss to me. So I'm like, okay. But if I don't know. It depends. It could be someone else. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
What do you think, DJ?
I think it'll depend on how they approach the beginning of season 2, of whether it's going to pick up directly after season 1 with all the cliffhangers, or if it's going to be a time jump. Because if it's directly after, being able to see like that interaction of whenever they discover that Abigail and Rael are actually alive and not dead, but are actually trapped in China. And I think it could be a little bit of an emotional reunion for the two. But if what happens is they just kind of get absorbed back into their lives, and maybe the Turim get relocated somewhere else in the U.S. or honestly somewhere else in the world, somewhere in the U.S. Sarah's not letting them go. Let's be honest.
This is true. It's true.
It's true. Then I think it might fizzle out. So that first episode is going to be the real predictor, I think.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I feel like I'm kind of with you, Adam. It could go either way. If they kept featuring them as a couple, I wouldn't be shocked, and I don't think I would be upset. It's not like I hate it's fine, right? I would be like, sure.
Yeah, you'd just be like, okay, it's no big loss. Like, oh yeah, okay, no worries.
But next. Yeah, if they weren't a couple, like, you know, particularly because I think I feel so strongly about Rayla and Cravenwood. I feel like I need at least one of these main characters to like be able to play the field a little bit more, bring new characters in and out of like sort of the romantic space of the show. And I feel like Abigail's got other shit to do other than like have this weird like romance with Adil. So
yeah, exactly. She's got her mom. She's got her whole like, you know, living up to her name and stuff. Like she's got a lot of things going on.
Yeah. I think we'll move on to some of the non-canon ships. I was going to talk about the threesome, but like, I mean, it was hot, but like, it's not going anywhere. So I don't think we'll come back to like, Clive and Augustine were very handsome actors. Like I went and looked at their IMDb profiles. Like Augustine, he's so hot. Like go look at that boy's like IMDb page.
They were very, I was just like, how are these boys so attractive? Like Abigail's done well. Like, I didn't just say she's done well. Like, girl, respect.
Yeah, I know. I was like, Abigail's man harem is so impressive. I was like, girl.
I think we were robbed though in Beltane, given the fact that Abigail kind of took Augustine from Libba. I think we were robbed of a foursome for that.
Very true. Very true.
So I would love to sort of pivot on to sort of how do we think about some of our non-canon ships. Now, non-canon ships are interesting. All ships are valid, you know, in this universe, I think. So you can ship who you want to ship. But I'd love to hear y'all's general reactions on some of our non-canonical ships. Do you think they would work? Is it fanfic only, or would you like to see it on the show? Obviously, this one is a bit of like, it's not going to happen unless we bring zombies in. So, but I do want to hear your thoughts on answers. Yeah, you were saying in your reaction video, you low-key shipped Libba and Abigail.
Oh, if she was still alive, I feel like they would have been like perfect like enemies to lovers kind of thing. Like they kind of hated each other, then they became friends, and like it could have been more than friends. I could see it happening. Like, and it would have been really. I would have been like 100%. Yep, give it to me. Like I'm on board.
Yeah.
But I would have also been fine with them being like really good friends either way. It
Yeah.
would have worked out way. But like, you know, they were kind of cute. Like, you know, I liked them.
I would have liked a friends with benefits maybe thing. I would feel like the central thing being their
interesting.
friendship, and then on occasion being like, look, we're kind of out here. There's no dudes around. Like, do you want to have a
Give me
little
a charge.
charging session? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
Well, true.
Yeah.
Wireless charging, technically.
I assume you're on board the Libigale train there, DJ.
Yes, very much.
Yeah.
And it was one of those that I wasn't on it really at first, just because those first opening scenes with Libba were just so nasty.
Mm.
And I grew up teased a lot in high school and middle school and whatnot. So anytime I hear like name calling or anything like that, it just automatic turn off. But then kind of seeing and learning how they were raised and how that family dynamic was created, that's kind of what got me onto the Libigale ship train a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that. A more controversial pairing. I'd love to hear what you both think about this. I'm calling this couple collar weather, and that is Raelle and Abigail.
Is it wrong if I could ship it? Like, I could.
It is not wrong.
Like, Raelle 100% all the way, like, without a doubt. But, like, if that wasn't the case, because I want to get dragged, but, like, that wasn't the case, I could be on board. Like, I could be on board with that. I think I would like it a lot, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, that's actually, to me, the ultimate enemies to lovers. When you think about, like, the first relationship is actually with Abigail, not with Scylla, right? Because this is the first people, like, Raelle meets. I'm actually, like, I'm super on board it. I could ship it. I prefer Raelle, obviously. So I feel like I would love to, it's one of those, like, give me the fanfic. Like, if you're going to write Abigail, Raelle fanfic, especially because, you know, at the end, you know, they were like, I love you. And I could see them just, like, they have such a complicated relationship. And they're, like, their new bond over, like, the witch bomb power that they have is very unique to those two. So I feel like I could see that. And I would love to, I'm like, yeah, I could be on board that couple romantically, I suppose.
Yeah. In the fanfics, I could be on board with that.
Yeah. Definitely.
It'd be a really interesting dynamic, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It would be really cool to see, but yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, DJ? On board, not on board?
I don't deny other people their ships. I just don't personally see it.
That's fair.
Just because with the way that they're building up the unit, with them being so close as more like sisters and being able to have each other back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I'm more so on the friendship of sort of the ship terminology with those two. But I don't grudge anyone else that does see chemistry between them.
Yeah, I think.
But that's true. You brought up. Sorry, go. What were you gonna say?
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say I do agree. Like the way if like they hadn't built up the show so far as them being in a unit together, being kind of, you know, almost like family, then if they didn't have that, then like, you know, yeah. But as obviously they've done it like that, so it's like when she said I love you at the end, it was like kind of like, you know, you're my sister, like I don't want to lose you, like, you know, that's how I saw it too. So like I agree with that.
Yeah, I think in terms of the show, definitely bro TP instead of OTP. Like I think they're my bro TP. Like I love them together as a couple in a bro-y sense. I will entertain those. Send me fics on the romantic side. I'll entertain that in alt universe world, I suppose. Another interesting potential couple, I'm calling this one Galley, Glory and Tally.
Cute factor, 100%.
Yeah, it's like two bunnies getting together. I don't know.
They'd be so cute.
They would be so cute.
Sorry,
right?
Garrett. I'll take Garrett. That's fine. No worries.
Yeah.
It could be really cute. It could be very adorable.
Well, it's very interesting too because Glory, and we had kind of thought this in our, actually in our second recording, like Glory was kind of getting built up to be essentially the one who would die because she was having problems with the seed song. She was having trouble fitting in quite a bit, and she just didn't really want to be there. She even said to Tally, I don't want to be here. I want to go home. But then between her getting into War College and with her growing up with Tally, her seeing Tally bitified, I think, is going to be heart-wrenching if they do it. I hope they do.
Ooh, that
If they don't, they're missing out on so much.
I feel that. I would like to see her as a more like prominent character in season 2. Like
Mhm.
that would have such an interesting dynamic, her and Tally. And then, as you said, like her seeing Tally as a beat, that would be like really shocking for her. She'd be like, oh my god. So that would be so cool to see. We need more of her.
We do need more Glory. It's funny because she showed up in episode 2. For a minute, I because Garrett hadn't been introduced yet, I was like, oh, maybe this Glory Tally thing could be like a low key ship, because like they had all that chemistry when they first met, and it's nice to see more people of color in like roles. So I'm like, oh, she's like this Indian girl. I would love to see more of her character just like featured. So I could get behind. I think they'd be like so cute, it would be disgusting. So I don't know if I would see that. I don't see like an OT
fluff overload.
It would be a fluff overload, but I could get behind Glory and Tally. Another interesting couple. Here's one. These people have not been paired up yet. Anadora, aka Anacostia, and Isadora, who's the necro teacher.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
See, part of it's been Isadora has become such a cult character.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's mostly on Twitter and in some like the Discords and everything, but even though Isadora has probably less lines than Byron, to be honest, and screen time and whatnot, the fact that there is so much less of her, I think. I love you, my fur children, but please. The fact that we haven't seen so much of her, and it's...
No opinion today. Next.
Oh my god, they disagree with me.
They disagree.
I don't care. And with how little we know about Necro in general, I think that's what's been... I honestly think that they probably were in the same level for boot camp and war college and everything. So that's kind of where that's built off of.
What do you think, Adam? Could you get behind that pairing? It's a weird pairing.
It's weird, but like, is it weird that I could kind of ship everybody with everybody? Like, they all kind of have chemistry with, like, they all just have chemistry. I'm just like, it's like legacies. Like, I could see characters be with characters. Like, it could happen. Like, I could see it, and I wouldn't be opposed. I'd be on board with it. What can I say? I love it.
Yeah, I think I could get on board with that. I don't know if they like make sense as a couple, because I think that like Isadora feels like more shady, and I think Anacostia is a little bit more sort of like straight and narrow. I mean, she did do this thing with Scylla, but I think that was
all the opposites attract. So hey, you never know.
You never know. You never know. I do like Isadora as a character. Like we did a little poll on Twitter, and like everybody's like kind of like weirdly obsessed with her, because she's got such like, there's something really interesting about Emily's performance. And actually she's going to talk to us next week, so we're actually super excited.
I love that.
Yeah, we're going to talk to her on the show, so that'll be fun. All right, well, cool. So that's our thoughts on all things ships. Are there any other ships we didn't cover, Adam, that you were like, oh, I could, I sort of like when I'm configuring these potential couples, or maybe like, is there some character you're like, I feel like their person hasn't shown up yet, and I want to see more people lined up to be romantic interest for like character X, Y, or Z?
I want to see Byron have a boyfriend. I would like that. That'd be so cute. I mean, I'm just all about gay ships, so like, give it to me.
Yeah.
But like, it'd be cute if they're gonna be more, male characters. It'd be cool to like, have him find love. It'd be cute. I don't know who it would be, but
how about Byron and Garrett?
Look,
overload.
I'll be 100% behind that. I'm sorry, Tally, but I would. Yeah. Like, I would be like, yeah. Anything gay, I'm just like, give it to me. Like, I'm just like, I feel like I'm automatically on board. Depends. Like, I'm just like, yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, when Abigail had her two boys like go at it, and like they really committed to the moment, I was like, oh yeah, this is.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, thank you.
Like, give me more, please.
Give me more. Yeah. Well, maybe he can date. So they don't have to like expand the cast. He could just date one of those two boys, because they were clearly super into each other, right? They were
100%.
Yeah. I could see him with either of those boys. Very cute. With support.